Oh man, I had to ask Siri a question. Yo, Siri, when do you think when do you think? Listen, Siri, I want to ask you a question. This is you. I made this documentary specifically for you, though, Siri. When would they try to rob my wife? That's the the higher regardment of Dramata, and when would they try to rob her? Because listen, Siri, I want to ask you this question. I already, their individuals try to lock me up already, right? So they were already wrongfully doing things wrong in a correct fashion. In America, we're speaking clear English, so in a correct fashion, they were already doing things that was wrong. If my wife went to go work as a clerk, or she went to go work as a corrections officer, or if she were to go work in the armed forces, when would they try to disarm and rob my wife or try to take her life? Because think about this, Siri. You know, if a person if a person's, it's just like, imagine having kids that's already too much a certain type of way, right? But when would the kids do bad conduct? Like, you ever shaved your face, or you ever shaved? I don't know. Well, Siri, I can't ask you that because you don't got hair, but you're a machine. You don't know what I'm speaking about. But imagine shaving your face or your hair or a certain type of way, or doing certain things a certain type of way. When would they rob? When would they rob you? It's like, what time did I ever? How long was I ever locked up in a correctional facility checking on situations? And what time would they commit a crime? Now, listen, they were just speaking about walking in the window of the land and shit. You know what I'm saying? There's some song that I was playing. Well, what time would they try to rob? Imagine people that tried to rob a bank, or imagine people that committed some type of real home invasion crime. Imagine a person that did some Mission Impossible a certain type of way. Oh, you see, Siri? That's it. Yeah. Now imagine people that did a home invasion crime a certain type of way, and then imagine individuals being lackadaisical. It's just like, listen, Siri, you know my Scorpion wife didn't really like girls a certain type of way around me at a time, because they probably most likely were being too promiscuous with other men they weren't supposed to be promiscuous with at a time. And my wife takes certain things very seriously. So them doing that type of situation at a time caused her to be how can I say this? Caused her to be some type of uh vindictive mentality of the reality when it came to her acknowledgement, because she don't like girls that's being too promiscuous when it comes to her natural habitation of herself. So she don't want people doing certain things a certain type of way and then trying to acknowledge the reason of her consciousness. Because imagine, it's like a girl trying to play with the emotions of the astrological empress. The empress is so serious that she'll rather die than you play with her emotions. And then on top of it, playing with the empress love, she'll rather she'll rather she'll rather murder you gently, or not even, how can I say this? Uh, Not gently. She wouldn't do it gently. She would murder you like, uh, she would have a reason for premeditation. So it is a difference, because you know me, pretty much. She would have a little reason for her justification of a premeditated murder, or what she would commit to you if you played with her, if you played with her perception or her love when it came to the physical reality. She would literally, she wouldn't be devious with it, because it wouldn't be a devious act. It would be justified. So it would be justified to the way what she would do to a person in the physical reality that plays with her perception, her love, and her a reason of her of her, how can I say this, her morals. It would be beyond it would be beyond viciousness of the way she would want to get at somebody a certain type of way. Now, me being the reason of social economics education, Ralph Lane Jr., what would she do to a chick that, this is what I told you about my Scorpion. What would she do to a chick to even in life that plays with her seriousness? Because, my wife is beyond serious a certain type of way, A person doesn't work hard all their life for an individual to this thing. They joking with a person when they get to a point of reality. They're not really joking with a person. So she will show you why, at a point why she doesn't even care about individuals regard a certain type of way. when it gets to it, she's just like, she will show you the reason why a person's supposed to have dignity or honor when it comes. See, I don't know. Well, let me explain something to you. My wife would murder somebody because a person played with her perception, or if a person plays with her love or her morals. My Scorpion wife would literally murder you because, she's not gonna work hard all her life and get to a point in life and then somebody try to demoralize her, or she gets to a point and then a person try to manipulate her because the way she perceived everything to be, and especially when it came to her love, another person do something wrong. So she'll rather get to the last minute to literally finish an individual a certain type of way because she will be justified for what she did a certain type of way, from working all her life a certain type of way. But if you have an individual in life that, that causes the wrong type of acknowledgement or conduct a certain type of way, my wife, she's beyond severe when it comes to her life and her love, because me being the reason of education, and the reason one has to know I'm the real reason of one knowing the quality of life. So the real reason of ethics, the real reason of dignity is really me. So even before one's consciousness, one was already, I'm preparation. So, my wife, if somebody plays with her pre-intentions or her love or her morals, she'll be justified to what she'll do to an individual at a point of existence. Now, I say this to you, SIrI, I say this, like, now imagine it in life, and then you have, say for instance, an individual like these girls, not sassy, because a girl could be sassy and still be loving. But say you have a promiscuous, how can I say this? A promiscuous, or a promiscuous or a promiscuous chick that wants to devalue the reason of a quality of existence, and can't devalue because a person don't know how real situations is a certain type of way. But if a chick is out there playing and sitting on another nigga's lap, doing all type of things with some next chick or with some next nigga, because they just want to be able to get over on individuals a certain type of way, what do you think the Empress is gonna, she ain't gonna want somebody playing with her emotions like a chick. It's just like having the sacredcy of a chick. A chick doesn't know what's sacred yet. She doesn't realize the sacredcy of life. So now, imagine a chick that doesn't acknowledges what's really sacred a certain type of way, and then has adventurous emotions that wants to be spontaneous to manipulate the reason of their education. My wife is not gonna play with her habitation when it comes to her love, because there's no excuse to why certain things happen, because even if a person wasn't paying attention, nobody should have excuses. My wife is the type of person, I could be a baby, and then next thing you know, she says, yo, my baby don't know nothing. You do something to my baby, I'm gonna murder you. And then my wife, everybody wondering, what baby she talking about? And then it'd be the reason of everybody's education. and then she says, yo, listen, man, you ain't gonna be no floozy fucking chick and then trying to manipulate my wife and thinking everything's gonna be okay. My wife is literally gonna get at you a certain type of way, you know, and it's gonna happen. I know for a fact it's gonna happen. And there's no way a person could go where my wife can't get at them, because I know my wife's severity is serious when it comes to the physical reality, because another person has to acknowledge what's sacred. If a person tries to demoralize sacredcy, even a person even with wild emotions is gonna lash out at a point, because they're gonna be on some, you know, when that causes the acknowledgement of fucking up everybody's sacredcy of their happiness, and then she's gonna murder that chick, because the chick. Let me tell you something, man. You see, if you have a chick in life that doesn't care and then wants to go say she's supposed to be with me at a time for my wife, and then it's like she's playing with my wife's money, the reason of her nourishment. My wife don't want to go outside, open her legs to nobody else. So what is a chick causing her to go be a hoe for somebody else? And then on top of it, she gotta watch out for the reason of her vitalness, even of her own life at the time for her survival. And then she's an empress for a reason. So she ain't survived the reality of the physics for nothing for so long, for somebody just to go bad name her, to make her lose a form of dignity, the reason of their learning, their ethics and education and their etiquette and their morals, of their value, of the reasons of their equality. And then next thing you know, it'll be all type of other situations. See, SIrI, I be thinking that you be plotting, SIrI. Because let me tell you how real this is. My wife is not gonna let somebody devalue her a certain type of way when it comes her being an empress, because the etiquette, the reason of them learning etiquette and morals and value of social economics for the equality of the future, and her surviving so long of being an empress for somebody try to disregard the reason of her acknowledgement and her stature, even at a time. Now, if a person wants to be more than my wife, that says, oh, you know, his wife does this, his wife did that, you know, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. If a person is saying something like that about my wife, you disregarding that's like disregarding the reason of your consciousness. Because my wife is more, her severity, it's like I said, it's very serious, it's beyond serious. Because the way she'll pardon me, the phone's down, I had to put it on my battery, my little charger, but, you know, I'm gonna be real, my wife ain't gonna open her legs, somebody make her a hoe just to belittle her, because they know how serious she is, and they just want to know the reason of her intricacies a certain type of way, because they want to be some old mad scientist, like they want to be some old mad rapper, like some nigga that think that he been through things that just gonna fuck up my wife's life and shit. My wife, I'm gonna be real with you, my wife is her reason of existence is more serious than what a person thinks. But you know, I'm not gonna explain this while I'm going where I'm going. I'm gonna explain it when I'm in a more comfortable atmosphere. And I don't even care, because I'm never missing nothing, bro. So, you know, doing stupid things or trying to do stupid things is annoying in this situation. Yeah, we'll speak about it another time, bro. And I never had a dirty handle, my nigga, but if you